What's the point of sharing this? Are you trying to tell me you want to be trained as a physician so that you can come in and essentially fix the problem? Because if not, it seems to be an incredibly negative way to jump into trying to inspire me to bring you in. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another recording of PS or BS, the series where we review people's drafts of personal statements and determine if they are ready for submission or if they need some editing. Today, we have somebody who is wondering about if it's appropriate to share a negative health encounter with the healthcare system and with physicians in their personal statements. And you guys have to be very careful about doing this. So let's get into our submission. There's a couple of things that I want to highlight. So this first paragraph is very negative. And again, you're applying to be a physician, you're seeking training, you want them to admit you, you're essentially trying to inspire them to bring you in and want to train you as a physician. And so leading with a very poor experience with physicians and having statements like, I felt my forehead burning with resentment as being dismissed about this or not being taken seriously about that over and over in my head like a tape recorder. Their concerns were not valued. Unfortunately, this may have been the case or kind of your lived experience with it. But what's the point of sharing this? Are you trying to tell me you want to be trained as a physician so that you can come in and essentially fix the problem? Because if not, it seems to be an incredibly negative way to jump into trying to inspire me to bring you in. And I know it's in contrast of the story that follows is they were able to find a physician, Dr. R, who comes in and is slightly different with their bedside manner and how they're going about addressing the grandparents. And they were saying the dismissive interactions that somebody had been used to and the contrast of the two. I understand it in theory, but in reading it on the other side, when I don't know you as a person, we haven't had a chance to communicate yet, and I'm trying to paint a picture of you as an applicant, and all I have are numbers and essays to go off of. I would not encourage you to call out other providers in that. You can talk about your grandpa's deteriorating health and how some things had been missed, but don't go too hard into just putting a provider on blast for everything that had been missed and think that it's going to do you a lot of good. In the long run, it doesn't. Again, I'm sorry that this was what happened, and it can, but this is not the way that you want to start your personal statement. I just wanted to share that. Hopefully, it's helpful for others who are considering bringing up this type of information and kind of why some of these very strong statements or feelings can be potentially problematic when it comes to just trying to get a sense of your attitude, trying to get a sense of if I want to bring you in and have you on campus and train you to potentially treat my family members in the future. Obviously, somebody who's focused on wanting to provide good patient care is dead on, but you certainly don't want to do it by posing others against you and saying other providers are not doing it right, therefore. So just be careful with that. I hope this is helpful. Bye.